Hello everyone, it's Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. This is the second little blanket, doll's pram blanket. I'm doing this one for, it's another lady called Carol. The cardigan I sent off was for Carol, well, it was for Carol Ann, the other one. This is for Carol J. Already done one, which I have here. It's going to be exactly the same as this one. You can either have the top like that on the pram or turn it over, which we used to do. I think it used to come stitched down like that on our prams when we had our babies, but that's another one of these I'm doing. And then I'll be able to contact Carol and tell her they're ready for her to pick up. Shouldn't take much longer. I'm halfway through it. Since I've finished the little orders for the two little Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer cardigans. I'm going to show you. I've done a little video. I have them all packed because I'm going to walk over to the post office sometime today. The post thing is on strike today, but if I take it over, it'll be there for them to pick up tomorrow morning, but they're on strike again. It said the 9th and the 11th. The 11th is a Sunday. It's the 9th today. 10th, yeah, it's the 11th on a Sunday. Unless they're doing post on a Sunday to try to get rid of the backlog that they must have had. But anyway, I've done a little video just to show you what they look like. Well, that's two Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer sweaters finished. They are the only ones I am ever going to do. They had made them invented. You had spent more time untangling the yarn for all the different colours than actual knitting time. So if anyone thinks of asking for one, don't bother. I am not doing any more. And mind, they did take a lot of patience. I will never ever be knitting any more of those. It took me, I was supposed to be going to bingo last night. But I messaged my friend with the intention of telling her that I wasn't going because of the weather. Well, we haven't had snow where I am. It was just a little bit of a flurry. But it just fizzled out and nothing landed. But the roads were icy. But it did land at where my friend lived. That was where I was going. So there's no way I'll ever drive in snow. But I wasn't going to drive because of the roads were icy as well. And I have to go through a pitch black country road where there could be black ice on the road and that. And so I messaged my friend with the intention of telling her that we're going to miss bingo, but she had the same idea when I talked to her. She said straight away, oh, wouldn't bother tonight. We'll leave it for a week, see what the weather's like next week. So I'm glad she told me so I didn't have to tell her, because it makes me feel like the villain when I say we're not going to the bingo. But I think her husband, because she did mention her husband had said something about you don't expect Sheila to drive up here in this weather. So I think her husband had made her understand before I messaged her anyway. So I spent, instead of going out to the bingo, I spent all last night stitching up those two little sweaters. I had finished putting the picture on the front of the second one during the day and put the neck on, so all I had to do was sew them up. So I thought that would have been today with me going to the bingo, but no, it's not going to the bingo. It took me all night just to sew up all those ends on the inside of the little picture on the front first. It took me a long time to get rid of all those ends. I had to stitch them all in to make sure they weren't going to come loose, and then stitch up the sweaters, and it was nearly time to bed by the time I had finished. But I did have a time for a little bit knitting after I finished that. I did a little bit more of Val's mum's cardigan, so I've started up the shaping, which I'm going to be doing after I finish this. This will not take very long because they're on pokers I'm knitting with. These are nearly pokers as well, actually. To me, they're only 5.5 millimeter needles because it's equivalent to Aran what this is. But they feel like pokers to me because I prefer knitting with thinner needles, and I always knit with the thinner wool. But I had a message from the other Carol who I noticed, I think it was yesterday actually, she messaged me. Yeah, she sent me a picture of her wearing the grey raindrop cardigan that I sent to her, so I'm going to show you that as well. And there's also, straight after, there'll be a little picture of someone else sent me a picture of a little cardigan from one of the PDF patterns that I had sent to them. I can't remember her name, but she done a little cardigan, and she made a little hat from the same pattern, but not from my pattern, not from what I had written out. She just used the pattern I had sent to make the pattern around the little beanie hat for a new baby. So I'm going to show you that as well. And I really like it when people send me photographs and let me see how either the patterns I have written that I've sent out in PDF, I like it when they send me a picture to show me how their knitting's turned out from my pattern. And when I send out orders myself, it's nice to see what they actually look like on the people I've knitted them for. So that was lovely. And I'm very pleased that Carol's cardigan was as good a fit on her as it was on me. So I know if I ever knit for her again, I only need to use my measurements. Except she's got longer arms than me. I had to do a longer sleeve for Carol than me. But at least that's an order out of my hands. This one will be finished soon, and then it'll not take much longer for Val's. And then I have three little Aran, well, I have two Aran cardigans with the little hats for a friend, and then my friend who I go to the bingo with wants me to do an Aran cardigan for her little great-granddaughter as well, and hers will be a size 26 because she's the same age as my youngest great-grandchild Eddie. But she never mentioned a hat. I don't know whether she wants a hat, but I'll have to ask her. She did ask for the cardigan when she saw it, because she had to take, I had to take, when I did that other one, my other friend lives up beside my friend I go to the bingo with, so I had to take it up to her for her to give it to my other friend. And then she collects the money from me, then I'll see her the next week. So she saw the cardigan, and she saw it on Instagram anyway, and asked to knit one for her great-granddaughter. So I have that one. And then I have been asked to do 4 newborn baby cardigans. I don't know when I'm going to get started on those, but I do want to get something done for myself. I'm in the middle of a sweater. I've started, I've shown you this before, I've started the sleeve. This was ages ago, and that was as far as I've got, and I do want to finish this one. I've got the back and the front done, and this is the first sleeve, so I do want to get something done with that one because I'm doing a tutorial for that one as well. And it's just come to a stop because I haven't had time to do any of it. But I will carry on with what I've got to do here now. At least the other orders I've got are small ones, they're not going to take that long. And hopefully when I get Val's done, it's going to be okay with the post, because we don't know how we're on with the post at the moment. And Derek has sent me another message about that first Happy Meal he sent me that assumed had got lost in the post, but he got a message from the Wool Warehouse and it actually hadn't been lost in the post. The Wool Warehouse was supposed to be sending it through Royal Mail, but they had sent it to the wrong carrier, and that's how it didn't get here. So it's on its way here now. So Derek's Happy Meal's coming twice. I don't know when it'll get here with the post the way it is. But anyway, that's just a little bit today to keep you up to date with what I've been doing, what I'm going to do, and what I'll get done, which could be another matter. So thumbs up and subscribe, and bye for now.